Nigerians discover holes in the certificate of the new Inec chairman appointed by Tinubu. Hey, Nigerians with sharp eye. Okay now. There are a lot of grey areas in this Professor Joe Amobiton CV as put forward in the State House press release signed by Mr. Bayo Ononuga. Let me speak to just a few of them for now. Number 1, he was born in 1967. There's no problem in that. 2, after completing primary and secondary education, he attended Kwara Polytechnic from 1982 to 1984. Note, we are neither told the names of the primary and secondary schools he attended nor the timelines of his attendance. Moreover, by 1982, when he was said to have attended the Kwara State Polytechnic, he was just 15. It's possible now. That's possible. I don't know. How did he do that back then? Maybe if we have the details of his primary and secondary school attendance, we would have better understanding. Additionally, what did he study at the Polytechnic? 3, he attended University of Jos 1984 to 1987 to study law. How did he get a law degree in Nigeria within 3 years? Law is 5 years. 4, he got his PhD in 2007, but he became the head of Department of Public Law 2006 to 2008 and Dean of Law Faculty 2008 to 2014. That means that he became the head of department before earning his PhD and the Dean of Faculty 1 year after his PhD. How did this happen in a federal university, not even in a mushroom private university? I have a fair understanding of the academic. Such things don't happen. I believe the people who package this CV owe us more explanation of the missing links in the CV. Dayo Oshifeso, PhD, Lagos mainland. It is well. You don't cast. All of them are always coming with fake certificates. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You went to law school for 3 years. Maybe he's a special child. You know, there are some people, they have very high IQ. Maybe his IQ is very high. Abi, because it is well. Anthony Baker says, Senate to ask him to take a bow and go in. That's why everywhere is flooded with incompetent, praise-singing medicals. APC is cancer, according to now compromised Duke. I'm telling you. So now, look at someone that his CV is already having lapses like that. And I'm sure that the people that put in there, they know. They just put it there like that. They feel that Nigerians don't read. So we are not going to notice. Somebody has noticed and done their calculations that this is not possible. This is not possible. Maybe there is a Kwara State Polytechnic primary or secondary school that he attended. I don't know. But now, children enter school by, I think, 16, 17. But mostly private universities. So I don't know if Kwara allowed children to enter school at the age of 15 as at then. I don't know. It is well, these people. So imagine this kind of person. If they tell him to do something, won't he do it? And if they command him that, oh yeah, this is what you should do. This is the person that should win the election. Won't he do it? He will do it. Mazoni Wuchi says, does all these noted pre-falls matters? It matters, oh. It is a corrupt man coming to run a corrupt system, appointed by a corrupt government for a corrupt purpose, in a corrupt election, so I think he's perfectly qualified. The corrupt National Assembly has given him a corrupt approval to allow him to his corrupt assignments. The only big question here is, how can we feel uncorrupt Nigerians stop the 2027 election from being corrupt, knowing that the signs are there? Anybody says, thanks for the observation. It is well. Joseph says, who can please this word? What do you mean that by who can please this word? Samagoro says, most people claim to be literate are totally ignorant in this country, honestly. Chuku Sunday says, it's possible then to enter poly at age of 15, especially if his father was a teacher or he's super intelligent. That's what I was saying. Probably he has a very high IQ. He's very intelligent. My other brother did only 4 years in secondary school because he was super intelligent, a first-class graduate of University of Lagos. Before now, they do evening law, direct entry into law faculty, and you spend only 3 years. Okay? You say check your history. Before now, you can be a professor without obtaining PhD. So it was possible then in northern Nigeria to become HOD without PhD. Okay, so I guess that's possible then. Mazoni Butchi says, if what you're saying is right, he must have entered primary school when he was a year old, going by his date of birth. In those years, before you enter elementary one, you must be at least 8 years. Is 8 years is supposed to be in 1975, elementary years in Nigeria. School stopped in 1972. So he didn't experience it. Let's presume he was super brilliant and his father, a teacher. He entered primary at the age of 5 instead of 6 years of primary. He spent 5 years. His 10th birthday. It is well. His secondary school was 4 years instead of 5, which was obtainable then. But because of his super brilliance, so he finished school at age 14. How many years did he spend in Polytechnic? Is it 1 year? Wahala. Wahala. Alex O. Egbero says in the 1980s, the duration for a lawyer degree was 4 years for an O-level candidate and 3 years for A-level candidate. OND certificate is equivalent to A-level. Also, you can be acting HOD or Dean without PhD in the university. Okay, so why didn't he add this A-level to it so that people can say, okay, he did A-level, that is why he did law for 3 years. Abi? Oh, it is well. Nojro says, in my apprehension, I hope it doesn't turn out to be true that Tinubu will never appoint any decent person, if not someone as bad as himself. Yes, now he has to put somebody bad now, so that he can tell you, you've done this thing. Probably the man even has a case in court, who knows? Or probably the man has even done some people like that. Those are the people that they use, so that they can easily manipulate you and make you do what they want you to do. If they tell you, you must rig the election for that person, or we would expose you, or we'll do this, or we'll do that. They don't have a choice, they will do it. They will do it. Lampara says, why must this great country be saddled at all times with leadership with questionable credentials from the top to the bottom? Who is enjoying it? It is well. David Abuolu said it is well with Nigeria. Abina. Probably the scrutiny should start with the person who appointed him. Paul Simon says another Tinubu product, Yoruba criminals in government to come chop up or do people with fake certificate then go they forge papers saying that them go school pass. Imandasi says this Amopiton issue should be investigated. Nigerians are crooked with a cooked president at the helms. We must unearth Tinubu's certificate saga as Jagaban is not clean enough. At all. It's not at all. Franca says another Yaya Bello in the making. Nigeria will do us like this. Now we do ourselves. Augustine says to study law in the university then was 4 years. And if he spent 3 years reading law, it means he must have gained admission through direct entry. But it's still not adding up anyways. It is still really not adding up. Johnny Moore says almost all our political leaders have shady certification. I'm telling you, almost all of them. And forgery. It's a shame. It's a shame. Zebra said if you are in doubt, write to the institution you attended and come out with the facts. Odo Kapi says you even get lucky did not finish school some years before the school was established. Just like his employer, Abi. Abi. First now, God says, check the writer's name after the article. Behold, is also a Yoruba man, PhD, Dayo Oshefeso. Okay? So, my listeners, don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time.